welcome to a very special episode today on Carta de Vineri with Veronica Costache and my colleague Nicola. There we go. In a very, very unusual setting at Lichfield Street Hub Library in Walsall. And we are going to talk a little bit about Veronica's book, Renascere, or Rebirth, because it is being published, hopefully, soon in English. Soon, indeed. So let's just start by introducing Veronica. We've spoken with her a very, very long time ago. I think it was a year ago. Pretty much
a year. Yeah, I think.
On January last year.
Yeah.
So thank you first of all for coming back.
Oh, thank you. It's such a wonderful pleasure to be here with you and with all this amazing audience.
Okay, so can we start by talking a little bit about Veronica Costache, the author?
Okay.
Okay, so how did you come to be an author?
By mistake. So was nothing prepared from the beginning. Yes, I have this habit of writing down all my, or not all, but things that happened in my life. It's like a morning habit of writing down different things. And this is what I also did during my treatment. But to publish all of this came not from me, but from my people around me. After I decided to tell people about my experience, I started to do some webinars in online. And at one point, one of my participants started to ask me, why don't you put all of these words and experience in one book? This will be the amazing way for people to reach your information from all over the world, or in a different way than in online. So this is how at one point I said, maybe it's not such a bad idea. Let's do it. And I started, and it took me a while, because it's a difficult process. You basically have to go through all of those days.
You relieve the trauma,
essentially.
Yes.
Yes. And you write down, and then I don't want this. So then you think, yeah, but this definitely will help other people.
Yeah.
So okay, it's good. Let's put it back. So it's a process. Yeah.
It sounds like you had to essentially negotiate with yourself to allow yourself to re-immerse yourself into that difficult, challenging time and extract both the bad and the good. So almost like reliving, but also seeing yourself from above.
Definitely. And what I wanted working with people, I realized that we are afraid to face our issues, our problems, our challenge. And doesn't matter if it's cancer or, I don't know, a big trauma or a big problem. The framework, let's say, it's more or less the same. How to face it, and how to manage it, and how to find the right solution. The process, it's the same. And I say, okay, I won't go deep with the details only about the how I treated cancer, and it's about how we deal and what to do from a different perspective. And now I'm meaning about holistic, because in my book I don't discuss about the treatment. I really don't know the name of the substance. For example, was a chemotherapy. It's that pick solution in your body, and one of them had a red color, and I say that it's a beetroot cocktail. So I didn't want it to, yeah.
Sorry, this is called red.
Yeah, yeah. It's
That's
there
how
on the paper.
The substance is the red.
Yes. So it was, for me, was beetroot cocktail. And
So you had to essentially tell yourself a story
yes,
to
all
help
my
yourself.
experiences, that time especially, was transformed in happy stories. And this is what you can find in my book, when these things with what I drink. They didn't ask me if I wanted, but no, they asked me. How I lost my hair, and I didn't want to go in that side of saying bad things about me, to find an explanation why this cancer came to me, and I just wanted to find a solution for this problem. And I let the doctors to do what they know better. And then I said, okay, I'm sure I can find a solution to treat the cancer from holistic, what it's called, the way. And I did it, as many women, but finding a really good and sometimes funny story behind that challenge was a good way for me to not think about pain, to not think about actually not having cancer, because at one point I was like, I am sick. Am I sick? And no, I don't think so. So when I lost my hair, before that, I came up with this idea that it's a story for me. It's a challenge for me to transform my life from something that started to not be not necessarily good for me, but I was sure that I needed a change, to change something in my life, and I didn't know how, or I hadn't the courage to change my life. So I said, okay, this one is here to show me a path. Let's find it. And then I came with the idea of reinvent myself with reborn. And I said, okay, look at the baby. I don't know, some of you know me from the other life, with a long, curly
Mane.
bag, yeah, hair. So babies are born without, or most of them. I said, if it's a new life, that means that no hair. So I was so happy with the idea that I lost my hair, to be able to start a new life from the beginning, a new mindset, because I think we are talking about mindset here in all the challenge that we have to face.
You're making me tear up. Reading your book was very much like watching The Wonderful Life by Benini. So for me, it's exactly that. It's living the worst scenario of your life and somehow finding a way out. And that's what I think you've put into the book and is definitely coming out.
Yeah.
Very much so. You lead a very active lifestyle since, and you haven't stopped. If
No,
anything,
no. It's
you've
a
actually
lifestyle. Yeah.
done a lot more.
Yeah. More, but now I'm more aware that when to stop.
Mhm.
Because we want to do, we know, we have this know-how. It's behind us or in us all the time, saying, okay, you can do that, you can do that, you should do that, you should do that. There are people around you asking for help, and you want to do things, you want to help, but then you realize that first of all, you have to take care of yourself. And only after that, to start, being there for those in need. You can look at this from two sides. One, that if you are not okay and go somewhere to help somebody else, you won't help that person. Because your energy, your vibration, it's not okay. And then, if you're not okay, you won't be able to protect yourself. And this is very important for us, to take care of us and to protect ourselves. And then we can choose what will be good for us. And now I know how to say no and when to say stop. What I will do forever, so it's the morning exercises, the morning walk.
And I think you talk about that in your blog.
Yes, yeah. Yes. I now living in Brasov, it's a bless for me. It's amazing to now depends. I realize that being close to nature, I can do whatever I want. Mountains, forest, seaside. Yeah. So exercises, and then networking, socializing. It's such an amazing, let's say, habit to go outside alone, but also with friends. Sharing your story, it's a great healing moment. And then choose your battle.
Yes.
Choose what you want to do. Supposed to do all of this at the end.
I see. I do apologize. We are giving it away way too early.
Yeah,
So
but no.
Let's
It's
go
like-
back to the book. You initially published the book in Romanian,
Yep.
and it was really well received.
Yes.
And then you thought maybe we need to also consider the English public.
Yes. First of all, because I treat the cancer here. But second of all, I was invited in different countries to talk about my experience. In Spain, in Greece,
Yep.
in Croatia. And I realized we all know that English is a universal language. So many people read books in English. So I said, okay, it's time to do it. And after I said that I will translate it in English, those from Spain said, but you have to translate it in Spanish as well. And then I got request from someone from France, and they said, my father had cancer, and will be for me an honor to translate your book as a guide for other people. So
So here we are.
Okay, let's do it, but step by step.
Okay. And I know that some people in the audience are thinking about publishing books. How easy is it?
Depends. It's self-publishing and publishing house. I choose a publishing house just because first of all, I heard that it's cool. Then I know that and what happened, they take care of everything, let's say, put it all online libraries or sites, and they print it, they can do your cover, the proofreading, and it's all in one place. Otherwise, you have to go to find the printer, you have to find someone to read it, or maybe 2 or 3 persons to read it. But self-publishing is faster. Publishing house, first of all, you have to send your manuscript to
Be proofread.
as many as you can find. And then you have to wait between 1 and 3 months to answer the email. Some of them, they don't answer. After that time, when they will say that, okay, it's something that sounds nice for our readers, it can take between, no, I won't say again 1 month, because it never happened, between 3 and 6 months to be ready. So if you are not in a hurry, and I was not in a hurry, choose a publishing house. If you want it now, then self-publishing will be, I think, the way.
Sounds good. Was there differences between all the languages when you had to choose the way you express certain things? I'm assuming that the trauma can be translated differently. So what stood out for you?
Even now, I feel that it's not 100% there in the translation what I wanted, or what is it. I stopped at one point to go through the translation, because together with the translator was, oh, I think now read it. I think we have to change it. Yeah. And I said, no, stop, because we will do it. I don't know how
Until
many,
you grow old.
yeah. So I think it's a bit different, but the meaning I think will be it is the same. And
Great.
what I want to tell people, because as I said, it's nothing deep in details about treatment, about I don't know, it's nothing about pain there. Or for some people, because some readers told me that I cried and I laughed, reading your book.
Yeah.
So it's a balance, because I love balance in life. So I realized that also in my book, you can find that balance between positive and negative, between how to, how it is, the agony and the ecstasy. Yeah.
Oh, we're going Eliade now. Very good, very good. So if you go back to your book, first of all, I was wondering, any of you from the audience, apologies for moving around, but I can't see you behind my laptop. If you have any questions for Veronica, having read some of the book, obviously for the English audience, that's not yet possible. If not, then from my point of view, I guess I know that I laughed and I know that I cried. You saw me, I'm easy to do both. But from your experience, if you had to pick one chapter, what would your go-to be and why?
Question. I think will be the one where I put those, let's say, solution, when where I wrote about my plan.
Mhm.
Because I said that I let the doctors to do what they know better, and then I said that I need a plan, and I need to find my team. And this is one of the wonderful thing that we have to do in our life, to not be afraid to ask for help, and to not do everything by ourselves, to have someone there, not too many people, but to have someone there to talk with, and to not for validation, but with a real help. And my plan was to start to discover myself, to start to find out what is behind the cancer.
Mhm.
And in this chapter, I talk about all these practice exercises, about meditation, about breath work. So probably,
Centering yourself.
yes. So leave the world, the noise, to stay outside and find your inner voice, find your calm inside you.
Mhm. It felt very much like you took yourself by the hand and led yourself to
Exactly.
safety.
Exactly. say, okay, we are here, you and me here, the body. Yeah, you there inside. That means your thought, your words, your emotion, feelings, states. And let's see what we can do together, because definitely we will create a story, our story, my story.
And the other thing that came through very much so is that when people meet you and when they talk to you, you're an accomplished communicator, and you always appear as cool as a cucumber. No pun intended to the green.
Yes.
And always in control. But what you're describing is actually letting go.
Yeah.
So how does that work?
Work. It's the word. Work with your emotion. As I said, start to know yourself better. Start to discover who you are. Ask yourself every day what you feel. What you feel, I don't know, about this, about that, about what I said, about why I said. And it's not easy. It's a process, again. But once you start step by step, it won't come like this. Why? Because we have a heavy luggage, not only from our, or sometimes not from our experiences, from, I don't know, parents' experiences, from others. And when you give you that time to talk with yourself and to discover yourself, you'll see that you can let go so many things. And then you will feel like a new person. But it's a process again, this one as well, to give you time. But once you realize that you can't do all of these things, you will manage to manage your emotions. Emotions are followed by feelings, feelings by state. If I recognize an emotion, then I know why do I feel in that way. And then I will accept that state. And it's so amazing how you feel after realizing all these things. And as I said, the emotions are like an onion with layers. Our cognitive, what we feel, our biological, physiological, what are the body response. And then how we react. All are a chain. And once we realize these things about emotion, then we can have not necessarily the control of our life, but we will deal with situation easily.
And differently.
And differently.
Yeah. Sounds very, very deep, but I'm sure you have this question a lot. Everybody's busy. Like, how do you find the time to sit with yourself and allow, it sounds like there's a lot of need for time. When do you do everything
It
else?
seems, and you know why? Because what I said before, we are not our priority.
Mhm.
You know, we let other things in our life to become number one, number two, number three, number four priority. And us, okay, I will, I don't know, do that thing when I will have time. Guess why? When you said when I will have time, you won't find time. So, move your priority. You are your first priority. Yeah, but you know, my children are, my husband, my career, my. No, stop. Stop. You are your priority. And then we will find time. You know, only with 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day. Or we all go in the evening, yeah, before, because anyway, instead of,
Right.
Yeah.
Scrolling on your phone.
yeah, just take for us 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes for gratitude. Staying there in our bed and start with a reflection about the day. Saying thank you for what we did. Saying, okay, that was the most amazing day, even if not everything went well. Someone asked me, yeah, but won't be this a lie? No. Depend how you look at that situation. If I will look only that, I don't know, I said bad word to someone, or I didn't manage to finish my task at work. If I focus only on the negative part of the situation, then won't be good. I'm sure, and try it to find the positive thing in that work, in that situation. And thanks for that minuscule thing that maybe you find positive in that situation. And that's the point to start to do something for yourself. Say thank you and be grateful for that day. And next day, maybe start with I don't know, breathing exercise, with the meditation. Or next day, wake up early in the morning and start to do some exercises. Go for a walk.
So one of the things that I started after our first interview last year was to try and journal. And the second thing that I started was a gratitude jar for the year. So anytime that something happens, I'm going to start just writing the note of, I don't know, my mother's well today. And I put it there, with the date, and that's all. One of the things that I've given you was a little thought from the back of the book, that I've printed out, and then I made the little pockets, envelopes. I like them. I like to call them pockets because it just makes me laugh. But sitting and making them from an old bag, which I recycled because I don't like to throw things. So all of that process was essentially to try and think about how today would go, how you would feel, and hopefully to give you a little nudge of what you can do in your own time to start that journey towards yourself and finding yourself. So thank you for the inspiration, first of all. And I guess the second and the last kind of question would be for you. What next? What's next for you? Where do you go from here? You're reborn, you have a new lease of life. It feels like you have it all.
Yes, I have all. I breathe. Yeah. So I'm happy every morning when I open my eye and start again to be grateful for the day. Plans. I stopped doing plan. I really. You studying? Oh. I'll tell them that I'm over 50 and I'm student. I study psychology. So yeah. But it was like I planned many years ago. See, about talking about what we want. I realized that years ago, so over the years, I had different things in my mind to do this or to do that. And part of them came in an unexpected way and time. And to start the third university wasn't in my plan. But what was in my plan was to keep my mind alive. And after the menopause, I said, okay, I need adrenaline. I said, I have to do things to keep my mind alive, to do different things. And I travel a lot, travel in different countries or places where it's not so easy to get a train or people who don't speak English. But at one point I say, okay, I think I need something different. I say, oh, okay, the exam will be something different for me, that. But no, I think I'm the calmest student in the group. We have separate group, not with all. And at one point, all we have in that group one man and then only women. And it's such a big agitation there about the exam. And I'm okay. What will be with me? Yeah. Why to put pressure?
Yeah.
On me? So yeah, this is something that I will finish in my studies, plan, to finish in 5 years.
So you are taking your time.
Yes, yes.
Fair enough.
And it's a subject so wonderful. Part of the what I studied there, I already know through my work, and I did so many courses, especially about psycho-oncology, about life skills, about emotion, about business. So now it's all about the exams, yeah, because it's different. You know, the first year it's about introduction of introduction of introduction of introduction. So only things that I can't remember years and authors only if I like them. So the part with Aristotle, with Plato, with Socrates, oh,
Beautiful.
yeah. Others,
Not so much.
and there is the challenge,
Very nice.
the adrenaline. Yeah. Otherwise, I have opened in Brasov a center, educational center, where I teach yoga for women 40 plus, perimenopause, menopause. I run a support group for oncological people. And I teach about how to manage stress and emotion.
Very nice.
And I travel.
And you have a retreat, don't you?
Yes. And I have I have two, but a lovely new, it's new grandson. So part of my time, I'm with my family. This was one of the reason that I decided to move, to travel between Romania and London. But now I can say that my home is in Brasov, because there is my family, my son, my daughter-in-law, and my grandson. And yeah, listen to your heart and see what it says, because it will say amazing things. And let what is in your heart to become your truth and your reality.
Thank you. We usually end on a similar question for all the authors. I know I asked you this before, but I'll come back to what book would you recommend to our readers?
Atomic Habit. The Shock. 3.
You can do 2, 3, or tell us later.
Yes, these 2 pop up now in my mind. And there are other, but depends if you want to explore this holistic area.
Fair enough. Thank you very much. And thank you for your time today. And again,
My
going
pleasure.
down the
Thank you so much
path.
for the invitation.
You're welcome. We do? Yes,
Yeah.
please.
So I know in this experience come to your life, you didn't choose. We didn't choose. None of us choose that. But if you go back in time now, what would, if somebody would say to you, after all the experience you had and you're where you are now, would you choose this path or not if you could have chosen? How you would feel now? Because you know what that gives in your life now. So how you feel? Would you choose this or you wouldn't choose this? Do you think to bring more positive in your life or no?
To choose the way how I treated, or to have it, to have the cancer.
Yes, having the cancer.
Definitely, I want
You want to
choose oh, it's a difficult question, but now I go in that to analyze your question, and it's not what I want to share here now, because I learned something more after this experience. And maybe the most important lesson was to allow myself or to allow ourselves to pay attention to all the things that happened in our life, because they happened with a reason. Before the cancer, I had so many signals, but I was afraid to change something. I remember that all the time speaking with my friends, I told them that I feel something in my everything, but I don't know what to do. Actually, I didn't say I don't know what to do. I was in that part that I rediscover myself. I feel that something good will happen, but I didn't know which tools to choose for starting the process to change something in my life. So this is what I've learned with this experience. To not stay till there, at the age of good or bad, healthy or sick. And to be able to choose the tools, the proper tools to change our life. Because the experience, as you know, it's not easy. It's not easy.
Thank you, Dorina, for your question. Teresa, I saw your hand up.
Yes, there's a couple of things I would ask, or reflect on what you said at the beginning. It's important to be open with yourself. And I also believe that. And my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer in September. And when she was letting her friends know, she said, I said in the text message, I'm now a patient in the oncology department. She said, I refuse to use the word cancer. And I didn't say anything. But then I was thinking about it and I was thinking, well, why? It's not cool, why can't you say the word? You have cancer. And it's not necessary, You want to change things? Yeah, if you say the word. If you say the word, and it's like running away from it. And so that's one thing. Second, it's very interesting, is that when she went to see her doctor in the hospital, he said to her, and she was very lucky with the doctor, because she said, very educated mom, very thoughtful, and she sat down, and after a few minutes, he kind of looked through his glasses and said, you realize that this is happening because we have to change something. And he wasn't talking about changing your diet. So that was quite interesting that this was a doctor in a hospital.
Yeah.
Not an alternative hospital. And I remember it was a while ago, so I can't remember the details, but I remember reading about this breast cancer clinic, about the breast cancer clinic in Prague, where I'm from, and how this research was underdone and how apparently many women, talking specifically about breast cancer, they found some sort of a link. And I want to ask about this, what you think about this yourself, a link with something that is perhaps
unresolved or suppressed within us. Or we talked about something unresolved with our mother. But this often popped up when they were talking to the female patients. I'm curious to know more about this and or how you feel.
Okay, first thing, regarding the word cancer, I use it, I don't know, not so often. For me, was challenge. And not because I didn't want it to admit that I had cancer, but I accepted. Instead, I accepted like, I don't know, diagnosed, but was not how I felt. I was healthy. This was my mantra every day. And it's in book as well. My affirmation, let's say, every single morning and evening started with, I'm healthy. And because I have in my book, my little dove, it's that inner voice. And he said in the book that, but you are sick. Yeah, you have cancer. How can you say that you are healthy? And I say, yeah, I'm healthy. So probably when you are in that, depend of the person. If that person doesn't want to recognize that it's negation, deny the diagnosis, then yeah, can be an issue. But I name it challenged, no cancer. So it's exactly what the doctor said, to change the way how you see things. If you think that you are sick, maybe you live how I thought at the beginning, tomorrow I will die. Then I change the way thinking about what was happening, and I said, okay, I'm healthy. Let's see, what can I learn from this experience and from this challenge? And I think with, it's deep and it's a long story with, and what I also say that we carry heavy luggage with things that are not ours. And yes, they are related with our family and with our parents, not only moms. They say that on the right side, we have the connection with wisdom, yeah, with the masculine, and on the left with the feminine. Our both hemisphere, I like this. So that it's depends on which way you look at this, but yeah, if you read the Freud and Jung, you will discover there more about this. So it's not something that it's new. Yeah, now I know that you can find everywhere webinars and workshop and everything about this subject, but it's not something new. It's from those, yeah.
There was a question in there.
That was curious. So you mentioned before the fear of change, lack of priority or purpose.
I'm thinking, some people, maybe even start different, they have had that start going through this challenge. There was a lot of people may have, I'm used to that, but it's a team that has a process for the good, that's getting the guilt, depression. What do you think? Do you feel like motivated to see this challenge as a, I am happy, as a good transformation rather than going further down into the spiral?
Yeah, thank you. Good question. Was many things. As I mentioned, I knew that something happened in my life. Actually, that I have to change something or to do something. I didn't know that I have to change something, but to do something. And being or not pay attention to all of these things. I don't know in which direction to go now to answer your question. To reformulate in a way.
Try to reframe it, maybe around the 5 hours.
No, let's the thing is, let's put it like this, because I don't know why I don't want to go there. But the thing is that when you discover that something doesn't work for you as you want, take one step to see what's behind. And ask for help. I don't know if I answer your question, but this is what I can say now.
I think Elena mentioned the 5 hours without going into too much detail or giving away the book. Which one is the most important for you?
5 hours?
The Cele cinci râuri.
For me, all are important. Reflection, that I do it every single day. Gratitude, which is in Romanian are from recunoștință. Again. And you can put all together in this tiny moment before you go to bed. There is time for all 5. Then rediscover after you have that moment of reflection and then gratitude, and then you will see that you will rediscover who you are. But if I have to choose one, maybe will be reflection. Reflection, because as I said, we can discover many things about how to address maybe the same situation when it will come in the future. Because they say that if we don't resolve something now, we'll come back in the future. And it's possible to do the same, I don't know, mistake, or to treat the same situation in the same way. And in our life, the purpose of our life is to go further, to evolve.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
develop.
evoluție.
Yeah,
No,
evolve
yeah.
is fine.
Yeah. So if we don't resolve something now and will come later on in the same way, and we will treat it with the same solution, let's say, we won't evolve. So I think that our purpose is to evolve on this planet in this time, and only learning about how can we do our life better, how to live a better life in this time, will help us to have that lovely life, that lovely present. Because why I not make, I plan, but I take the life every second how it comes. I enjoy this moment. I enjoy the journey. We all die. Definitely. This is what we all know, that one day we will die. So the most important things from my point of view is how we will die and what we will do till then.
Yeah.
Maybe it will happen tomorrow, maybe it will happen in 1 year or in 50 years. But I think it's nice to spend this time in harmony, in peace with us, to enjoy, I don't know, this, not this one, everything around us, the people around us. Yeah, they teach us so many things, bad people and good people. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Okay. Go on.
It's, oh.
You go ahead. Yes, please. She wanted to ask you about yoga. Have you started yoga from your treatment? That's fine.
Nu. Răspund în engleză, nu? Sorry. Răspund în română. Nu, yoga făceam de
She started
mai bine
yoga
de 5-6 ani.
about 5-6 years before.
Da.
And
Da,
the lady
da.
was doing Tai Chi. That's right.
Răspunsul meu ar fi că tot ceea ce am făcut m-a ajutat foarte mult în cum
Her
am
answer is
rezolvat
that everything she did helped
cancerul.
her
Deci faptul că
to
făceam
recover
yoga,
from
că
cancer.
făceam meditații și respirații.
Yoga,
pentru că
meditation, breathing
yoga
exercises.
așa, o știință, nu este doar exercițiu. Și atunci este conexiunea dintre
It's
minte
the connection
și
between
corp.
body and
And,
mind. Through yoga, it's a
astea
holistic approach.
eu zic că m-au pregătit și m-au ajutat.
So all of these things prepared her mindset and helped her.
Acum deja sunt instructor yoga și
She's
predau.
a yoga instructor and she's actually teaching her own program.
Online. Am programe.
It's both online and
Yes,
face to face.
Stretch Your Vitality. Este pentru femei 40 plus, prin perimenopauză,
Over
menopauză.
40 women
Ne
or perimenopause and
axăm,
menopause
da, pe
women.
flexibilitate, echilibru
And it's
și
all around flexibility, your balance
mobilitate.
and mobility.
Plăcere.
I went back into my interpreting years. That's always fun. Thank you very much. So for those of you online, we're going to stop here for Carta Divine, and we're going to go into the wider program with the people who are here in the library. But if you haven't seen it already, the next month we're going to be not in Walsall, but in Birmingham. So we're moving across the Midlands at the BMI with Culture Forward initiative by the University of Birmingham, and the guests that is going to join there is Professor from Oxford University and author Patrick McGuinness, and we'll be discussing his book on the last 100 days last 100 days of what? Well, you're gonna have to find out. So thank you very much for your time and see you next time at Carta de Vineri.
You.